Rinse those damn accounts, ladies.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Are you kidding me? Thursday, absolute eruption. There's a reason we didn't post a show on Friday. I will talk about that in just a minute. But on Thursday, we dropped two two-team parlays, but we hit a three-leg parlay. We had the Knicks on the money line, Cubs on the money line, and the Athletics on the money line. That was odds of plus 785. Rifle that bastard. Then we had that four-teamer, baby. Absolute cannon launch. Breakout day. Needed it. Got it. Explosion, baby. We had the Nuggets plus 6.5. Got them on the hook. We had the Vegas Knights during regulation play. We had the D-backs on the money line, and we had the under 7.5 runs between the Colorado Rockies and the San Francisco Giants. That was odds of plus 1,555. That's 15% alone. And we hit the whale bet on top of that. Ladies and gentlemen, call it 26%.
Boom, 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 boom.
Bag. We are now up 52% since starting this show 3 weeks ago. 52%. Call your hedge fund. Call your financial advisor. Call them all. I'm always going to say it because they can't touch this shit. Boys are absolutely flying right now. You are tuned into the Dirty 630 show. We are DocSports.com. I am Griffin Murphy. Alongside me to my left or right is Nick Menken. Boys are back in action for another massive week, baby. Absolute smackdown. We try to get the show up Monday through Friday by 1 p.m. Eastern time. We will be going live soon shortly, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get any deeper into this system and before we start ringing the bell and throttling off winners, Nick, how was the weekend? What do you got on tap today over at DocSports.com?
Yeah, the weekend was all right. We dropped a big play in the NBA. We were still 17-4 in my last 21 selections, up over $4,500. Looking to get those units back here this week. We got another round here in the NBA starting up tonight with the Denver Nuggets and the Thunder. So another series, another round here in the NBA, looking to absolutely stay hot in the NBA side of things. But tonight, I have one play in the NBA. I have one play in the NHL, and we got a 3-pack here on the baseball diamond for Monday, looking to absolutely heat up. And let's stay hot on this show, Griff. What do you got going on at the website?
Dude, we're bulldozing. Let's bulldozing right now. Today on the premium side of things, I pulled out my own bow and arrow today. I took one shot across the MLB. I took one shot across the NBA, and I took one shot the NHL. So I've got 4 units across all sports right now. I've got 2 player props that I absolutely love. One's an NBA player prop, and one's an MLB game prop, first inning prop. So if you guys are into those quick hit action, jump on that prop play. But with all of that being said, if you guys are new members to Doc Sports, head on over to DocSports.com/360. There you can go grab yourself a free $60 account. You could use that free $60 on our premium selections, our absolute best bets for free. As Nick just mentioned, I believe he's 17-4 in his last 21 NBA selections. Absolutely dousing right now. If you guys want to jump on any of our plays for absolutely free, use that link. Go grab them go grab them at free 60, DocSports.com/free60. There you can get yourself set up. It's Cinco de Mayo. I know a lot of you guys are going to be drinking. It's tequila time. It's margarita time.
Strawberry margarita.
The boys right now, before it's parlay time, Nick, hit them with the rules real quick before we get dousy.
We got to stick with our Asian Zing secret sauce. It did us well, 26%. Let's do it again today. You know what it is, what we got. 4 parlays in this system. We have 2 2-team parlays. We have 1 3-team parlay and 1 Hail Mary granddaddy of them all, Kentucky Derby. 4-team parlay, ladies and gentlemen. Griffin and I will go off increments of $100. We know you guys are up in those accounts, baby. You better be sticking to the risk. Those accounts are getting full, but stick to the risk. Griff, talk to me about that whale bet, our money shot, our granddaddy of them all, our bow and arrow, baby.
As Nick just mentioned, 5% whale shot. This is our backbone. So as Nick just mentioned on this show, we give out 4 parlays. Each one of those parlays, you will be risking 1%. Then we give out a single individual selection shot. That play, you risk 5%. So to say, all 4 of those parlays loose and that single individual shot hits, you are automatically up 1% in profit on the day. And again, I'm going to touch up on the volatility of this system. You guys better have rinsed these damn accounts on Thursday. 26% in one day. And if you're just letting that ride, I don't know what the hell you're doing, and I can't help you out. If you rinsed, just like Mama G, go buy another pair of shoes, baby, or go invest it into the financial market. Put it in an ascending asset that goes up only. Get your stuff out of the sports betting market. Re-rinse, repeat something that ascends to the upside that only appreciates in value. I'm not your financial advisor, but considering we're up 52%, call me whatever the hell you want. That has to do with winning. But with that being said, time to get dousey. It's going. Nick, ring the bell. It's parlay time, baby. Let's roll. We're going on the diamond. Game number 1. We got the LA Dodgers minus 210 on the money line, rolling into Miami to play the Marlins. We got a total sitting at 9.5. Sandy Alcantara gets a start from Miami. Sandy's having a brutal start to the 2025 season with a high 8.31 ERA. In his last outing, he went 2.2 innings of work, allowing 7 hits, 7 runs, and 5 walks against the Dodgers. Tonight, he gets a shot at redemption, and I believe he comes in locked and loaded. Miami can't produce runs offensively. We know that. We have a high total sitting at 9.5. Give me the under 9.5 total runs in this matchup for game number 1. Nick, hit him game 2.
Game 2, staying on the diamond. We got the Pittsburgh Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals here. Cardinals, slight favorite, minus 135 here on the money line. The total sitting at 8.5. The Pirates, in their last 10 games, they're 2-8 here on a 4-game losing streak headed to St. Louis. St. Louis Cardinals, well, they just took 2 from the New York Mets, playing really good baseball here. Malzinski will make the start here for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He is 1-3 on the season. His ERA under 7 here. He'll be matched up with the 4th best offense team batting average in Major League Baseball is the St. Louis Cardinals here. Miles Mikolas will get the start. Miles Mikolas will put down the 28th worst runs per game, only averaging 3.3 runs per game for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Give me the Cardinals money line over the Pirates. So for our first 2-team parlay, we are taking the under 9.5 total runs in the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Miami Marlins, and we are taking the St. Louis Cardinals money line here over the Pittsburgh Pirates at odds of plus 220. Ladies and gentlemen, let's head on over to our second 2-team parlay. Staying on the diamond, we got the San Francisco Giants taking on my Chicago Cubbies here. Cubbies heavy juice, minus 160 on the money line. That total sitting at 7.5. The Giants just swept the Colorado Rockies over the weekend on a 3-game winning streak. The Cubs, they took 2 out of 3 against the Milwaukee Brewers. They ended up losing that game on Sunday by a score of 4-0. Boyd will get the start here back in Wrigley. 2-2 record in his last outing against the Pirates. Went 6 innings of work, 6 hits, and 2 earned runs. I think he bounces back here today against a great lineup in the San Francisco Giants team. Give me this offense with the Cubbies. Take the Cubbies money line over the San Francisco Giants. Griff, hit him with game 2.
Staying on the diamond, Cleveland Guardians laying minus 120 on the money line, rolling into Washington to play the Nats. Total sitting at 8.5. Cleveland, they're really starting to play some ball right now with the record sitting at 20-14, second in the AL Central. They're 6-4 in their last 10 games on a nice 2-game winning streak after taking 2 of 3 in Toronto. Luis Ortiz gets the start tonight. Despite this guy's numbers, last season he was with Pittsburgh. He went 135.2 innings of work, 107 strikeouts, just 39 walks, and a dominant 3.32 ERA. Ortiz is coming off his best outing in a Cleveland uniform, going 6.1 innings of work against Minnesota, allowing just 3 hits and 0 runs. I expect the momentum to carry over in tonight's matchup with Ortiz. Take the Guardians here on the money line, minus 20. So for our 2-team parlay, we are taking the Cubs on the money line. We are taking the Guardians on the money line. Odds of plus 200. Now, we always need to touch up on the volatility of the system. Have to do it every single show. Going to do it again. Dating back to February 24th, I believe that is when we started the show. If your 1% was $5, it still better be $5 at 1%. And if your $25 was your 5% bow and arrow shot, it should still be $25. Nick and I have not spoken about starting this account back up at 0. Considering the fact we're up 52% right now, it's kind of hard to do so. But we're going to talk about that and figure out if we want to do that. But for you guys, you better be rinsing these accounts. We told you when we started this show, anytime we're up above 25% profit, you need to take those profits and rinse them. It is time again. We just hit for 26% in one show. One day. You need to rinse that profit and do something. Allocate it smart financially. Use your brain. Appreciate and value. That is the only way to think about it in this system. But with that being said, remember, $5, That's your 1%, should still be $5. $25 is your 5%, should still be $25. Back into parlay action. Let's get it rolling. We're on the ice, baby. We got the Florida Panthers minus 125 on the money line, rolling into Toronto to play the Leafs. Total sitting at 5.5. This total is extremely intriguing. We just saw Florida in their most recent series against Tampa Bay. They had no issues lighting up the lamp by all means. Toronto, they just went toe-to-toe with Iowa, and they earned their spot here tonight. Toronto finished 8th in the NHL when it comes to offensive goals allowed per game. Florida finished 7th. This total is very fishy, and the public's going to be pounding the over here in game 1. I believe this is an incentive to a trap line. Give me the under 5.5 total goals in this matchup. I believe this game stays under. Nick, hit him with game 2.
Game 2, hardwood floor. We got game number 1. We got the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder here. The Thunder minus 9.5, that total, sitting at 225.5. Denver Nuggets just got done playing on the weekend, game 7 against the Clippers. Now they have the league's best Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City has not played since April 26th. Safe to say they got fresh legs coming into this game tonight. I like the pace of play to be absolutely high. If Denver wants to win this game, let alone this series, they have to score points. Give me the over 225.5 total points in this first game 1 of the Denver Nuggets and Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's go to our third and final game of this 3-teamer. We got the Seattle Mariners headed back on the diamond. We got the Seattle Mariners and the Athletics here. The Mariners, slight favorite, minus 115 here. The total sitting at 8.5. The Mariners coming in this series, they're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They just got pounded yesterday on Sunday by the Texas Rangers, 8-1. Now they got to face this Athletics team who is 7-3 also in their last 10 games, playing very good baseball. They just beat on Sunday the Miami Marlins in Miami, 3-2. Now they have to fly all the way back to Sacramento here across the United States. While you got a hot Seattle Mariners team, you got Miller back on the mound. You got Luis Severino on the mound, 2 guys that's been going up and down this year. Give me the hotter offense here in the Seattle Mariners on the money line over the Athletics. So for our 3-team parlay, we are taking the under 5.5 total goals in the Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. We are taking the over 225.5 against the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And we are taking the Seattle Mariners money line over the Athletics at odds of plus 560, ladies and gentlemen. Now for our Hail Mary, the granddaddy of them all. Let's go to our 14 parlay. We are staying on the ice in that game 1. We got the Florida Panthers minus 120 against the Toronto Maple Leafs here. The total sitting at 5.5. Florida, they're favored here in game 1 on the road. Guess the odds makers were watching that first series where the Panthers, they took 2 out of 3 games on the road against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now they got to play this Maple Leafs team. They got a lot to play for here in game 1. The question is, can this Maple Leafs team get over the hump? This is a new team this year. I think they do. They get off to a good start in this series in game 1. Give me the Toronto Maple Leafs money line over the Florida Panthers. Griff, hit him with game 2.
Game 2 shifting back to the diamond. Cincinnati Reds rolling into Atlanta to play the Braves. Braves minus 150 on the money line. Total sitting at 8.5. And Atlanta, they just dodged a 3-game sweep against Los Angeles in their most recent series after picking up a win last night. This will be Atlanta's 2nd consecutive home series, so we can expect them to be well in their comfort zone in tonight's matchup. Atlanta, they're just 15-18 on the year, but they're 9-5 at home. Home field advantage has been big for Atlanta this far. Cincinnati, they've dropped 2 consecutive games, shifting from Washington to now Atlanta. That's a significant gain in strength of schedule. I believe Atlanta makes a statement here tonight in game 1. Let's ride the Braves here on the money line, minus 150. Nick, hit them next game.
Staying on hardwood floor, we got the other game, the earlier game, the New York Knicks here, the Boston Celtics. Celtics minus 9, that total sitting at 212.5. The question coming into this series for the Knicks, can they beat good teams? That's been the question all regular season here. Now they got the one thing. They got to go to Boston. They got to play in that Garden. The Boston Celtics are going to make a statement here on the New York Knicks. They're not going to be able to keep up with them offensively. Lay that wood with the Boston Celtics minus 9 over the New York Knicks. Griff, hit him with game 4.
Closing it down, shifting back to the diamond. We got the New York Mets rolling into Arizona to play the D-backs. D-backs minus 115 on the money line. Total sitting at 9.5. We have a high total here at 9.5. New York, they just dropped 2 consecutive games. They're 4-6 in their last 10. New York has struggled on the road this season with a 9-10 record. I talk about it nonstop, and we're going to continue riding this trend. New York, they're 13-6 this season during night games. Last season, they went 57-37 during night games and hit nearly 260 as a team. I expect New York to get right back on the horse tonight and secure a fair value win here at odds of minus 105. So for our 14 parlay, we're taking the Maple Leafs on the money line. We're taking the Braves on the money line. We're laying the 9 points with the Celtics. We're taking the New York Mets on the money line. Odds of plus 1,200, ladies and gentlemen. And now before it's time to get the bow and the arrow out, calm it down for just 1 second. Feedback, comments, all of that good stuff. We absolutely love it and appreciate all of that good stuff. If you guys rode the train on Thursday and cashed that 26% bag, please put a money bag in the comment section. Let us know you guys were on board, on tap, and cashed in. Please continue to do so. And if you guys like this show, remember, it's recorded Monday through Friday. We get this show up by 1 p.m. Eastern time. So subscribe, turn on those notifications. Every time we drop another show, you'll be notified. And we missed Friday's show. I'm going to touch up on this for a reason. You guys can comment about this and let me know your take. But you have to understand there's always opportunity in the markets. But at the same time, when you're up at a significant level, you really have to calm yourself down and really collect your profits and sit on them. So when you're up 52% and you're looking at the screen right now, there's no reason to come back the next day and chase.
Go enjoy
you just ripped them for 26% in one day. There's no reason to come back and go for more. You could always relax. It was Thursday, so we knew, hey, we just absolutely bombarded these bastards. I mean, me and Nick piled up 10 racks each. We bombarded these bastards. Let's chill today. We're going to go shopping, and we're going to invest the rest of our money into the markets. So that's exactly what we did. You guys can do whatever you want with your money. We are not your financial advisors. We're not anybody across any of those outlines. We're just giving you guys winners here. But as that being said, I'm getting a little off topic here. The comments, feedbacks, all of that good stuff, we appreciate it. Please continue to do so. We'll get back to everybody today. But now it's time to get the bow and the arrow out, baby. We're going to the diamond. Sharpen that blade up, Nick. Let's get it rocking. We're on the diamond. We got the San Diego Padres rolling into New York to play the Yankees. Yankees minus 155 on the money line. Total sitting at 8.5. San Diego, they come into this game 22-11 on the year, second in the NL West. Tonight, they're backed up by Nick Pivetta, who's been absolutely sensational. 5-1 on the year, 35.1 innings of work, 39 strikeouts, 8 walks. This strikeout to walk diversification is absolutely dominant. On top of this, he's got a blistering 1.78 ERA. Rodon gets the start for the Yankees. He's got good stuff, but nowhere near as dominant as Pivetta has been. San Diego, on top of this, has won 5 consecutive games in a row. Now you're juicing them up to plus 130. Call it a trap, call it a whack, call it whatever the hell you want. I'm calling this my bow and my arrow shot on the Padres, baby. Give me the San Diego Padres money line plus 130, baby. Boom!
Boom! Let's go. Just like Griff said, Nick Pivetta back on the mound. He's 5-1 in his last 3 starts. He finished with 3 wins. He's got Carlos Rodon. He's been hit or missed this season. 4-3 record here. And his last start was against the Orioles. He went 6 innings of work, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. You could still get runs off of Carlos Rodon. I think the San Diego Padres light them up. They're on a 5-game winning streak. The Yankees on a 2-game losing streak. Give me the San Diego Padres here for a 5% whale against the New York Yankees, baby. Boom! Let's
rock! Recap time, baby. All right, parlay number 1. We are taking the under 9.5 runs between the LA Dodgers and the Miami Marlins, and we're taking the Cardinals on the money line. Odds of plus 220. Parlay number 2, take the Cubs on the money line, take the Guardians on the money line. Odds of plus 200. Parlay number 3, take the under 5.5 goals between the Panthers and the Leafs. Take the over 225.5 points between Denver and OKC, and take the Mariners on the money line. Odds of plus 560. 14 parlay. Take the Leafs on the money line. Take the Braves on the money line. Lay the 9 points with the Boston Celtics. Take the New York Mets on the money line. Odds of plus 1,200. And then the bow and the arrow shot. We're taking the Padres on the money line over the New York Yankees. Odds of plus 130, baby. Boom. Let's roll. And as always, thank you guys for continuously tuning into the Dirty 630 show. Again, rinse those damn accounts, baby. Up 52% in 3 weeks. In one show alone, up 26%. The boys are hot. The boys are rowdy. We're coming in hot. Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Mark it on your calendars. Turn on those notifications, baby. We are the Dirty 630 show. I am Griffin Murphy. Alongside me to my right or left is Nick Menken. We are DocSports.com, and we will be back in action with you guys. So stay tuned because we're coming out hot tomorrow. So stay Stay in tune, stay in action, rinse those accounts.
Let's go, baby. Another winning week.
Let's keep it rolling, baby. But as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in the 3630 show. We are DocSports.com, and we will see you guys once again tomorrow.